want to start with the concept called brain fog. If you have an autoimmune disease and you just nodded, I see you. That thing where you're sitting there trying to finish a sentence and your brain just goes on hold, like a buffering symbol for your thoughts. It's real, it's frustrating, and it's incredibly underdiscussed in clinical settings. And today I want to talk about how glycine, our tiny amino acid friend, is deeply involved in how your brain functions. Not just sleep, actual cognitive performance, anxiety, and neurological health.
This video is brought to you by A Hummingbird's Journey. End of life can be tough, and a debt doula can help guide you and your loved ones through that journey with peace and dignity. If you're seeking support during those tender times, visit ahummingbirdsjourney.com to find the answers and comfort you need. The link is in the description.
Your nervous system runs on electrical and chemical signals. Neurotransmitters are the chemicals. Some excite neurons, like glutamate. Some inhibit them, tell them to settle down. Glycine is primarily an inhibitor. In your spinal cord and brainstem, glycine acts on glycine receptors to reduce neuroexcitability. It's a calming signal. This is why glycine has been studied in the context of sleep, but it's also why it matters for anxiety, hypervigilance, and that constant state of stress that chronic illness can put you in. But here's the twist. In another part of your brain, glycine does the opposite. At NMDA receptors, which are involved in learning, memory, and synaptic plasticity, glycine acts as a co-agonist, meaning it helps activate those receptors. So glycine is both calming and sharpening, depending on where in the brain you're looking. This is probably the most interesting thing about glycine neurologically. It's not one-dimensional. It doesn't just sedate you. It helps regulate the whole system. The same studies that showed glycine improved sleep quality also showed improved next-day cognitive performance. Memory task, attention, reaction time, all improved in groups taking 3 grams of glycine before bed. Now, is that purely from better sleep? Probably partly, but there's also direct evidence of glycine's involvement in memory consolidation through NMDA receptor activity. NMDA receptors are essential for long-term potentiation, the process of your brain uses to form and strengthen memories. There's also research on glycine in the context of serious neurological and psychiatric conditions. Glycine supplementation has been studied in schizophrenia because NMDA receptors dysfunction is involved in that condition, and results have been mixed but interesting. The research suggests glycine can improve cognitive symptoms in some patients when used alongside standard treatment. I'm not drawing a line from glycine for sleep to glycine cures psychiatric disease, but it tells us this molecule is doing real, meaningful things in the brain. Here's where it gets personal for our community. Neuroinflammation, inflammation affecting the brain and nervous system, is increasingly recognized as a component of many autoimmune disease, not just the neurological ones. When your immune system is chronically activated, inflammatory cytokines cross into your brain. They disrupt neurotransmitter balance. They contribute to depression, anxiety, and cognitive impairment. This isn't weakness or all in your head in this dismissive sense. It's biological process. Glycine's anti-inflammatory properties are relevant here. By reducing pro-inflammatory signaling in macrophages and immune cells, glycine may help reduce the cytokine burden that affects your brain. By supporting glutathione production, your master antioxidant, it protects neurons from oxidative stress. The research is still emerging, but the mechanistic logic is solid. Less systemic inflammation means less neuroinflammation, and glycine is one tool for supporting that. I want to say something directly. Managing a chronic illness is psychologically brutal at times. The uncertainty, the appointments, the days when you don't feel like yourself, depression and anxiety are significantly more common in autoimmune populations. Not because we're weak, but because it's hard, and because inflammation has direct effects on mood. Glycine isn't therapy, but it's one piece of a larger picture. Supporting your nervous system, supporting your sleep, reducing neurological stress, these are real interventions. And the Buddhist concept I keep coming back to is this: equanimity, the ability to maintain inner balance regardless of external circumstance. That's not toxic positivity. It's not good vibes only. It's the quiet cultivation of stability. And anything that supports your brain chemistry in even a small way is worth understanding. Next episode, blood sugar and metabolic health. This is one that surprised me the most when I started digging. Glycine has fascinating interactions with insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. And for autoimmune patients, metabolic health is more relevant than most people realize. So go easy on your brain today. It's working really hard for you. I'm Kevin. I'm genuinely grateful you've joined me here at Battle Within Autoimmune Life. Please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It truly helps the channel reach more people in the community. If something in this conversation landed for you, share it with someone else who might be fighting their own battle within. I'll see you in the next one. Rest well.